Celebrities before and after using drugs. The entertainment business is a byword for glory, riches, and the glittering attraction of a way of life many can only dream about. But beneath the gloss sits a sinister truth that has caught many celebrities: drug addiction. Some of the biggest stars have fallen down a path of self-destruction under the weight of continuously being in public view and the availability of drugs. For many, this road has had terrible effects on their health and personal life, in addition to derailing their professions. Still, among the tragedies, there are tales of resiliency, healing, and atonement that act as potent reminders of the human ability for transformation. These sobering stories show the perils of drug usage, as well as hope and encouragement for others overcoming comparable demons. Number 1. Robert Downey Jr., The Rise, Fall, and Resurrection. Before drugs. Born into a family steeped in the entertainment business, Robert Downey Jr. was a kid genius. Robert Downey Sr., his father, was an avant-garde filmmaker. Downey Jr. started performing at 5 years old. By his 20s, he was a gifted actor who had won praise from critics for his parts in films such Less Than Zero, 1987, and Chaplin, 1992, for which he had an Academy Award nomination. Known for his charm, adaptability, and promise of a great career in Hollywood, early on, Downey started down the path of drug addiction, mostly shaped by his surroundings. Early on, his father exposed him to drugs. By the 1990s, his drug usage had gone completely out of control. Downey's addiction resulted in a string of arrests, including a well-publicized 1996 incident which he was discovered unconscious drunk in a neighbor's house. Unquestionably talented, his career was marred by legal problems and frequent stays in rehab. It looked at one point as though he would never be able to climb out of his addiction's depths. After recovery. Among the most amazing returns in Hollywood history is Robert Downey Jr.'s. Early in the 2000s, he at last reached sobriety following a protracted struggle with addiction thanks to therapy, family and friend support, and a fresh dedication to his vocation. His comeback to the big screen was confirmed by his Tony Stark performance in Iron Man 2008, which not only restored his career, but also placed him among the most paid performers in the business. Downey's narrative provides evidence of the strength of resiliency and the potential of atonement. It shows that, with will and assistance, even the most disturbed people may turn their life around. Number 2. Whitney Houston, A Voice Lost to Addiction. Prior to drugs, unmatched brilliance, graced with a voice that enthralled listeners everywhere, Whitney Houston was among the multiple chart-topping singles of her 1985 debut album, Whitney Houston, Saving All My Love for You and How Will I Know. With The Bodyguard 1992 and its legendary soundtrack, including the worldwide smash I Will Always Love You, Houston's career peaked. Over her career, she won many honors and distinctions. She was the height of grace, skill, and achievement. Drug struggles. Houston's personal life was troubled with drug misuse, notwithstanding her great accomplishments. Her drug issues came under public notice in the late 1990s, and by the early 2000s, her previously immaculate reputation had suffered. Once strong and perfect, her voice started to fade, and her public appearances were more unpredictable. Her turbulent marriage to Bobby Brown, who too battled drug misuse, aggravated Houston's addiction. She tried treatment several times but was unable to completely kick her addiction. Her health kept getting worse. The tragic aftermath. Addiction finally drove Whitney Houston to die young in 2012. She was discovered drowned in a bathtub at the Beverly Hilton Hotel. Cocaine addiction and heart problems were noted as major causes. Her passing was a sad reminder of the terrible effects of drug addiction, even among people who seem to have everything. Houston's life and legacy act as a moving warning story about the perils of drug usage and the need of getting treatment before it's too late. Number 3. Lindsay Lohan, From Child Star to Tabloid Fixture. Before drugs. Lindsay Lohan's career started early, and she soon rose to be among Hollywood's most adored child stars. Her brilliance and adaptability seen in her breakthrough performance in The Parent Trap. 1998 resulted in a run of hit movies like Freaky Friday 2003 and Mean Girls 2004. With a bright career ahead of her, Lohan was not just a pop cultural icon, but also a gifted performer. Drug challenges. But Lohan's life started to collapse as she moved from child celebrity to young adult. Her substance usage resulted from the demands of celebrity mixed with inadequate, consistent support. Lohan's legal issues, including several DUI arrests and trips in rehab, shadows her career by the middle of the 2000s. Her once promising career stopped as she gained more notoriety for her unpredictable behavior and court visits than for her performances. Her hardships were exacerbated by the media frenzy over her personal life, which set her in a vicious cycle difficult to break. The journey to healing. Lindsay Lohan has tried many times recently to reconstruct her life and profession. She has had difficulties, but she keeps seeking stability and sobriety. Lohan has shown a want to concentrate on her health and well-being and has taken up fresh acting roles. Her narrative reminds us of the long-lasting consequences of addiction, as well as the continuous struggle toward recovery. Though her path has been turbulent, Lohan's will to overcome her past obstacles gives hope to others going through similar difficulties. Number 4. Demi Lovato, an advocacy trip through survival. Before drugs, Disney Channel series such Camp Rock and Sunny with a Chance helped Demi Lovato become a star. She became well known right away for her talent as a singer and actor, and she put out several hit records that connected with listeners all around. Lovato was praised for her honesty and relatability as much as for her strong voice. Drug battles. But behind the scenes, Lovato was struggling with extreme mental health problems, including addiction, eating disorders, and bipolar illness. She first started therapy in 2010, following a breakdown that made her issues publicly visible. Lovato battled a near-fatal overdose in 2018, a sobering reminder of the perils of addiction, notwithstanding her best attempts to stay clean. As she has openly revealed her experiences with relapse and rehabilitation, her path has been defined with highs and lows. After rehab, Demi Lovato has become a prominent champion of mental health and addiction recovery following her overdose. She has been putting songs out, usually writing about her personal challenges in her songs, and she has utilized her position to spread awareness of the need of getting treatment. By being transparent about her path, Lovato has helped to lessen the stigma around mental health problems and addiction, so offering hope for anyone who might be suffering. Her narrative is a striking illustration of survival, as well as the continuous healing process. Number 5. Mac Miller, a talented life shortened. Before drugs, born Malcolm McCormick, Mac Miller was a skilled producer and rapper with a devoted fan base from his reflective songs and distinctive approach. Though his first album, Blue Slide Park 2011, was a commercial hit, he kept putting critically praised songs highlighting his artistic development. Miller's readership would have found great resonance in his writing, which frequently addressed existentialism, mental health, and the complexity of existence. Drug struggles. Mac Miller battled drug misuse all over his career despite his accomplishments. His songs often referenced his struggles with addiction, and many close to him voiced worry about his welfare. The demands of celebrity and personal heartbreak, including Miller's well-publicized connection with singer Ariana Grande, exacerbated his drug problems. He finally could not break free from the hold of addiction, even although he sought therapy and tried to better his mental health. Tragic aftermath. At age 26, Mac Miller's life was sadly cut short in 2018 from an accidental overdose. The music business, and among his supporters, who grieved the loss of a gifted musician with so much more to offer, his death rocked things. Miller's narrative emphasizes the unrelenting nature of addiction and the pressing need of support networks able to aid people before it's too late. His songs carry on his legacy, inspiring and consoling people overcoming such difficulties. Final thought. A sobering reminder of the perils of drug addiction comes from the tales of Robert Downey Jr., Whitney Houston, Lindsay Lohan, Demi Lovato, and Mac Miller. While some have been sadly lost to their battles, others have been able to recover their lives and professions. These stories stress the need of knowing addiction as a complicated and multifarious problem. Calls for treatment support and compassion. The road to rehabilitation is continuous for those under public and media attention. Their experiences can motivate others to get treatment and welcome the prospect of a better future. These stories are cautionary tales, as well as sources of hope, since they show that, although addiction is a strong enemy, it is treatable with the correct help and will. The lives of these stars serve as a reminder that the fight for recovery is universal, and that addiction does not discriminate, that is, beyond riches and celebrity. Let us know in the comments what you think about the celebrities before and after using drugs, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more captivating content on our YouTube channel.